Hi friend, good morning all. This is the third video of oil hydraulic circuit. So in this video today we are going to discuss about control of double acting cylinder, that is meter in hydraulic circuit. So first of all, why this circuit is called as a metering circuit? What is the meaning of metering circuit? Meter is to control the flow of the oil when it is admitted inside the cylinder or actuator. That's why this circuit is called as a metering circuit. So this circuit consists of number of parts, that is a reservoir, filter, pump, then electric motor, pressure relief valve, then push button operated 4x2 direction control, then variable flow control valve with integral check valve, and linear actuator, that is double acting cylinder. So we will see first the function of each component. The first component of this hydraulic circuit is a reservoir. The function of the reservoir is to store the oil and to supply the oil to the system. After that, the next component, that is filter. So there are different types of filters are available in the market. The function of the filter is to remove the impurities from the oil and to supply the pure oil to the system. The next component, that is pump. This is a very important component of the hydraulic system. So it is the heart of the hydraulic system. So the main function of the pump is to increase the pressure of the oil, means to supply the pressurized oil to the system. So it works on the principle of to convert the mechanical energy into hydraulic energy. So this pump is run with the help of prime mover, that is electrical motor. Here the shaft of electrical motor is coupled to the shaft of the pump, and this pump is driven with the help of the electrical motor. Then another component in this hydraulic circuit is a pressure relief valve. So it works as a safety purpose in the hydraulic circuit. The function of this pressure relief valve is to release the excess pressure. Then next, that is 4x2 direction control. So this is the push button operated 4x2 direction control. So why this direction valve is called as a 4x2 direction control? Because here there are 4 ports, port 1, port 2, port 3 and port 4. That's why it is called as a 4 ports and 2 positions. So one block means one position, and this is the another block, that is the second position. Means here are 4 ports and 2 positions. So the function of this DC valve is to change the direction of the flowing fluid inside the circuit with the help of the push button. Means when we operate or push this button, then we will get the second position. We will get the second position, and in this position the oil change its direction of the fluid. Then next component, that is variable flow control with the check valve. Okay, so here we can change the flow rate of the oil by operating this variable flow control, and here the check valve is provided. It is also called as a non-return valve. So the function of check valve is to permit the flow of oil in one given direction. It does not permit the flow of oil in reverse direction. So this flow control with the check valve, that is placed at the inlet of the actuators. It is placed at the inlet of the actuator, where when oil admitted inside the actuator through the inlet port X, that time the flow control of the oil can get control or regulate with the help of the flow control valve. Okay. So next, this is the double acting cylinder. It is called as a linear actuator. So this actuator having the 2 ports. One is the inlet ports, that is X, and another is the outlet port, that is Y. Okay, so this is about the element or part of this hydraulic circuit. Now we will discuss about its working, how we can control the speed of the actuator with the help of this variable flow control valve and check valve. Now when motor is on, then pump starts, and this pump will suck the oil from the reservoir. When it sucks the oil from the reservoir, after that it will increase the pressure of the oil, and that pressurized oil passes through this line. That is, it will enter inside the direction control through its inlet port number 1. Then it will flow from port 1 to port 2. Then next, that is, it will passes through the variable flow controller. Okay, so here we can control the flow rate of the oil. It does not flow through this check valve. Okay, it can be flow from port 2 to flow controller. If there is a demand of the maximum speed of the actuators, that time we can maintain the maximum opening of the flow controller. So what happened? Maximum quantity of oil will flow through this flow controller and it will admitted inside the actuator through its inlet port X, and it will exert the maximum pressure on this piston, so that this piston will be moved in forward direction along with the piston rod to complete its forward stroke. If we maintain minimum opening of the flow controller, so what will happen? So a less quantity of oil will pass through this flow controller and less quantity of oil admitted inside the actuator. So what happened? That oil will exert a less pressure, so that this piston will be moved with the piston rod in forward direction with the minimum speed. Okay, means here the oil flow from pump to port 1, then port 1 to port 2, then to flow controller, and finally through inlet port X. Okay, now the piston comes this position. Okay, and this is the piston rod. Now whatever the oil present in this area, that is piston rod inside, it will flow through port Y, then port 3, that is the port of direction control, then it will admitted inside the reservoir through the port 4. Means here the return flow of the oil, here the direction is shown of the return flowing of the oil, that is port 1 to port 3 to port 4, and from port 4 to reservoir. Okay, in this way it completes its a forward movement. Here the piston completes its a forward movement or forward stroke. For obtaining the return stroke, here we have to use or push this push button of direction controller, so that we get a second position. When we push this push button of this direction controller, then what will happen? Then oil will change its flowing direction inside the circuit. That we will see. So here the pump to port 1, then 1 to 3. Okay, like this the oil will flow. So for obtaining the return stroke, the oil will start to flow from pump to port number 1 of this direction controller, then 1 to port 3, then 3 to port Y. Okay, now oil get admitted inside the actuator through port Y, and it will exert the pressure on the piston, so that this piston will be moved in this direction. Okay, and it comes to its initial position. And to complete the return stroke. So whatever the oil present in this area, that will flow through the port X, then flow controller, and some oil will flow through this check valve. This is also called as a non-return valve. Then it flow through the port 2 to port 4, and finally it comes to the reservoir. In this way it completes its return stroke. So this circuit is used when high pressure is there. So this circuit is not useful for the low pressure application. Thank you.